Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Factor Cat Paranormal Files. My name is Wes, and this is Top Shelfers. This is the series where we find creepy, scary, mysterious, paranormal videos from across the internet, and we break them down to figure out if they are fact or cap, or real or fake. Of course, we're back at it with our Nukes Top 5. If you guys haven't been following him or aren't subscribed, you really should. He does create the best compilation paranormal creature spooky videos on the internet. And I'm glad that he's getting the notoriety he finally deserves. He's starting to pop up on a lot of bigger channels, and I'm glad that he allows people to do stuff like this. So basically, he shows a video. We're going to watch it. I'll do my best not to interrupt the video. And then afterwards, I will give my 2 cents and kind of start a discussion on whether or not we think it's real or fake. Make sure to leave some comments down below whether you agree or disagree with me. I've been investigating and researching the paranormal for 10 plus years, 15 plus years. I always change the number. I think it's 15 plus years now. But I'm a little bit more strict on what I think, and no, I'm not like a lot of the paranormal community who will just try and justify every single thing. So, all right, well, enough rambling. Let's hop into it.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. The Curse of Hell's Bar Dam. The Hell's Bar Dam, located on the Tennessee River in Helltown, Tennessee, was built in 1913 on former Native American land that is supposedly cursed. The dam is often called the most haunted dam in the world, and it has a very dark history. During the construction of the Hell's Bar Dam, hundreds of workers lost their lives in workplace accidents. Then, soon after the dam's completion, it began to spring leaks on a weekly basis. Under the dam, there was a narrow tunnel used by local children to get across the river to school. One fateful day, a sudden massive leak caused the tunnel to flood, trapping many of the school children inside. Records of the event are sketchy, but it is believed that at least 2 of the children lost their lives in the flood. Eventually, it was found that the ground the dam was built on was unstable, so a new dam was built further downstream and the old Hell's Bar Dam was abandoned. In a 2-part investigation, YouTube ghost hunter Franco TV explores the cursed grounds of the haunted dam. As he walks through the abandoned underground tunnel, things start to get a little strange.
Killer Keemstar here. Let's get right. Sorry. Doesn't he look like him?
Say this, but I am honestly afraid right now. I heard a big weird noise. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm already hearing that. No.
Later, as a heavy storm rolls in, Frank continues his exploration in a different part of the Hell's Bar Dam. Frank sets up a spirit box in a decaying room, but he catches something on camera that he never expected.
Is it okay that I could record in this room? Yeah, sure. I don't know if that's what it said. You guys correct me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It that almost looks like the shape of a face is peeking in the window.
It's pretty
Franco
creepy.
TV later finds out that he caught another unexpected surprise on camera. While he's exploring, Frank leaves the night vision camera recording the large entryway of the dam. Did you see it? On the upper floor, a mysterious dark figure walks from left to right along the walkway, and then just seems to disappear into thin air. To see more of Franco TV's paranormal investigation of the Hell's Bar Dam, check out his 2-part video series over on his YouTube channel. Whispers.
A lot to talk about that one. First and foremost, one thing that I always mention is if you're going to go and do solo investigations, please just make sure people know where you're at. Like, I know it sounds corny and whatever, and I'm not like this huge advocate for like, hey, you know, do the right thing or whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm not a safety guy, but like you just hear stories of people who go and do shit like this by themselves and they slip and fall and get hurt, or some really wild shit happens, and like maybe he has other crew there and he just doesn't show it. Maybe he's got at least someone there, because like investigating a place like that, you know, if it's abandoned or whatever, like some shit breaks on a walkway and you fall to your death, like be kind of tragic, you know, or fall and like have a head injury, and if someone would have been there to like get you to hospital, you would have been fine. Like stuff like that's crazy. Now, to talk about his actual findings, I got to give the man some credit. You know, he heard what he labeled as a child's voice. I always talk about the usual suspects, right, in this paranormal world: children, women in white dresses or black dresses, you know, old 1800s, you know, whatever it is. Like, it's always the same shit. Like, there's never, like, it's hard to find videos that break the mold. So I don't know if I want to call it a child's voice. He definitely did hear something, and then obviously some pipe or some chunk of metal was rolling on the ground, and he pressed forward for the most part, and he kept his investigation going. That takes a certain type of crazy to do that, because I think a lot of people would definitely jump and leave. I do think that he might have some stuff here. Like, I'm not saying that this is an uneditable, but it's pretty just cut and clean, dry, like just a little something that's not crazy out of the ordinary, but you can definitely see something walking along here. The face one, I don't know. I mean, maybe I see what they're looking at, but that one I'm a little less on board with. And the spirit box stuff, I don't buy into even slightly, just because it's just so, I don't know. It just so easy to manipulate a technology like that, and so easy to fake a technology like that. I've never had the usage of one. Like, I usually have stuck with more older school paranormal stuff, EVP recorders, different things like that. I've used phone apps with friends and stuff that are supposed to be like spirit boxes, and of course, like, it says weird stuff, but I think at the root of it, right, is like we still don't know anything that is this paranormal world. People like to pretend that they do. So how can we be sure that whatever this is can even manipulate anything at all? Not only a box that is spitting out radio signals that if some sort of energy hits it, manipulate, like allows them to say what they want to say. Like, it's just, when you really break it down to its core, it's such a silly idea to me. But there are some people who, you know, live by it. They think the spirit box are a big deal. I think it's a marketing ploy, because the paranormal universe is bigger than it's ever been. and someone is making hand over fist on these spirit boxes. Okay, let's go on to the next video.
YouTuber Syntax77 is a backpacker and outdoorsman who posts accounts of his adventures while hiking deep in the secluded woods and mountains. In his videos, he gives camping and hiking advice, and also tests out gear as he camps out overnight in the middle of nowhere. None of his videos are about anything related to the paranormal. However, in one video uploaded on June 2nd, 2019, YouTube viewers noticed something truly bizarre. After a long hike alone on the Kahana Trail in Pennsylvania, Syntax77 sets up camp right next to the ruins of what was once an old farmhouse. As he starts eating his dinner for the night, this happens.
Man, that's good. A little bit of a gravy in there. I'm happy. It's calm, peaceful. A little breeze through the treetops, but nothing too bad yet.
YouTube commenters believe that a voice can be heard saying, "Be quiet, stay silent." I'll boost the audio. Listen again.
I'm happy. It's calm, peaceful. A little breeze through the treetops, but nothing too bad yet.
Syntax77 spends the night in a hammock right beside the creepy farmhouse ruins. The next morning he packs his things and starts to head back. And it seems that something is very eager to see him go.
That's the trees we had to set up on. This is the other foundation here. Cool little spot for sure. But time to move on. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but
Right as Syntax77 walks by the ruins of the old farmhouse, a bizarre voice can be heard whispering, "Get out."
But time to move on. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but
So, is this the ghost of the former farmhouse owner demanding that he leave? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? To this day, Syntax77 has not responded to any comments regarding the EVPs. He still actively posts hiking and camping videos to his YouTube channel, but nothing supernatural. The road.
That is such a really weird line to do. Okay, so like, if we're saying that it's fake, he added it in there and then never addressed it. Now, I'm thinking that it is fake because those EVPs are so damn clear that that would be insane if those are real. But on the flip side of that, I almost kind of want to believe it because, like, he's posted for so long doing his thing. I didn't pay attention to the numbers on his channel, but, you know, if he's still posting to this day, he either has a really high passion for it or he's semi-successful with it, which makes me think, like, why would he fake that? Why would he add that in like a random video? And these are the videos that I think that I find more real, right? Like, he has his YouTube channel. He's recording a lot. He's out in the wilderness doing his thing, and he just happens to come across something. That makes me think that it's more credible. But the fact that he hasn't commented on it leaves me kind of weird. Leaves a weird like thought in my head, because it's like maybe he just didn't catch it while he was editing, or maybe he just doesn't think it was anything and people are just coming up with these weird conclusions. Like, my first thought is, like, he says, like, right before it happens, like, there's a breeze outside, and I promise you, like, if you guys haven't spent time out in the wilderness or in heavily wooded areas, like, when it's windy out, it makes weird creepy noises. So, like, I guess one question I have is, did he put
Syntax77 spinning, "Be quiet."
the treetops.
Eating his dinner for the night, this happens.
Man, that's good. A little bit of a gravy in there. I'm happy. It's calm, peaceful. A little breeze through the treetops, but nothing too bad yet.
YouTube commenters
So okay, so he didn't put in the fact that it was even happening. That was Nuke's top 5, I think. Because what I was wondering is, did he go in and put like the subtitles and like is pointing out this is happening, or did that happen post release? And it looks like it was post release. To me, that makes it seem more like he thinks it's also just maybe the win, and he doesn't want to address all this paranormal stuff because he doesn't want that to be where his channel goes. That could be a thought. Because I mean, you could definitely. I could also see how like maybe he's done like hundreds of these videos of him doing wilderness survival, and then the one that has some weird paranormal stuff is the video that like pops off. Like, I mean, if he's on Nuke's top 5, right? Like, I'm sure plenty of people have seen this now. Maybe he just is frustrated by that, and that's why he doesn't want to address it. And it's definitely weird. Overall, it's definitely a weird video. Him not commenting on it makes me think that it has some validity behind it. Just because, like, if he was immediately like, oh, wow, that's crazy, like, what the fuck's going on, then that kind of makes me, that would make me think that it's fake, like he planted it. But I want to believe the dude. I do. Well, not that I guess he doesn't even really comment on it, so I want to say that it's real, but those EVPs are so crisp and clean that I don't know. I'd have to watch more of this guy and kind of see, like, because you guys have to remember, like, everyone on YouTube is trying to get to a point where they can make money on YouTube. That's like the goal of any content creator that wants to do this long term. That's my goal, 100%. If I could do this as my career, holy shit, I'd be so happy. But it's not. It's much easier said than done, right? I've posted, hundreds of videos, and I'm barely almost at 500 subs. So, like, I think people in their mind get this idea of, like, how can I market myself in weird ways to get more traction to the channel? And maybe he did that, didn't comment on it because he didn't want people to, like, realize that he was faking it, and then is just kind of gaining the traction from it, and he's just going to continue doing what he's doing. That could be a thing. Maybe he'll go back and visit the site. Who knows? Let's move on.
Ode to Ruin. These next 2 scary videos were captured on a secluded forest road near Mexico City named the Desierto de los Leones, or in English, the Lions Desert Road. The local townspeople tell ghost stories of strange dark figures running across the road late at night, causing motorists to swerve off the road and crash. These unexplained incidents are said to be especially common around the 31-kilometer mark on the road. The uninhabited buildings along the roadside are also said to be haunted by these roaming spirits or entities. On the Mexican YouTube channel Terra al Extremo, a team of urban explorers travel to the allegedly haunted road to see if the stories are true.
Bueno, pues vamos grabando un poco del recorrido, porque les repito, la gente dice que se aparecen fantasmas y se les avientan a los vehículos. ¡Aco, güey! ¡Cabrón! ¡Ay, güey! Güey, no mames, ¿qué fue eso?
Something seems to hit their truck, but when they check, there's nothing there. So they continue driving down the creepy road.
Pues hasta ahorita, la verdad es que hace un chingo de frío, discúlpenme por la grosería. Hace bastante frío, amigos, que la verdad sí da un poquito de... Güey.
Oye, están tocando allá arriba. Están tocando arriba. Oh, espérame. No se ve nada. Uy, güey. Ah, tranquilos. Perdón, ya me iba a caer. ¿Qué fue eso?
Again, something hits the truck, but they can't find the source. They decide to take a short break on the side of the road. Without even knowing it at the time, they capture something on camera that is downright chilling.
inventes. Se siente bastante el frío por aquí.
Did you see it? As they're sitting in their truck, a strange figure seems to run towards the empty park building at the top of the hill. Now, there are no other cars around, so that leaves the question, just who or what was this mysterious figure, and why were they running around in the woods in the middle of the night? The urban explorers continue down the road and find one of the allegedly haunted buildings. Again, they don't seem to be alone.
Avienta toda tu luz. Al 100. Porque como está bien oscuro.
Sí, ya se ve mejor. Uy, no puede ser, Luis.
¿Qué?
Luis, alguien se acaba de asomar ahí de esa ventana.
No manches, neta.
Sí, güey. Aquí lo vi. Aquí. Te lo juro, aquí. Alguien nos estaba viendo hacia allá, güey. Le puedo ver la mitad del dorso.
No inventes, neta.
Sí, cabrón.
Híjoles.
But it gets even weirder. As they search the area around the building, things take a chilling turn.
¿Cómo ves si...?
Cuidado, ¿estás bien? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás bien?
Oh, no mames.
Sí, espérame, no te muevas. Ahí tienes la marca de lo que te pegó, güey.
They just decide to leave. But as they do, they have one last bizarre encounter. A dark figure runs across the road right in front of their truck. What makes their experiences even more bizarre is that another YouTube channel has witnessed and captured similar activity at the exact same building. YouTube paranormal researcher Alberto Del Arco was investigating the Lions Desert Road marker. He didn't find much in his investigation, but his cameraman accidentally catches something very creepy. Watch closely.
Deberíamos de buscar el camino al coche nuevamente.
He's got a smooth voice. Should be a late talk show host.
¿Qué fue eso? Sí, ¿qué fue? ¿Viste ese tronco? ¿No te da la impresión de que es una niña? ¿Como de una niña?
Now, Alberto and his cameraman didn't notice it at the time, but a dark shape can be seen moving in the left window of the same empty stone house where the other team saw the same figure. So did YouTube channels Terra El Extremo and Alberto Del Arco capture evidence of the Lions Desert Road being haunted by sinister spirits? You decide. Check out their channels to see more shocking footage that they captured during their investigations. Meanwhile,
That's tough, man. That's tough. Okay, so the first group, they are some business-minded individuals. Their truck had their YouTube channel. Their clothes had their YouTube channel. Very, very well done. If you want to be successful, do stuff like that. It's smart. I don't know, man. It's tough because, like, I always go back to the idea of, like, the perfect storm doesn't really exist when you're paranormal investigating. They went to the place that they wanted to go to find stuff. And it started off immediately with everything they've been told that happens. Stuff hitting the car, which easy is faked. They could just have, someone could have just reached their hand out and hit the car, right? Not hard to fake. They saw an apparition. They had something thrown at them. They saw a creature moving across the road, and when they first pulled up twice, it's like the perfect storm, and I just don't believe it. I don't think perfect storms exist in paranormal. I don't think that going somewhere once and getting all this crazy stuff to happen is realistic. If this maybe was like their 50th trip, and maybe it was, maybe something crazy, like just the right circumstances that night. It just seems like so much to go on, and it only being like one visit, you know? And that's one thing that Ghost Adventures, the show, kind of has always been weird to me about, is like they're there for 24 hours, and a lot of time they capture shit. Almost almost always they capture shit. I think real paranormal investigators can tell you that they'll go tons of times to places and we'll never see a single thing. And then when they turn off their cameras, right when they're about to leave, they'll capture one little thing. You know, it's just tough. It's just tough. And then, but the fact that there is a second team that went, and I assume there must be multiple teams that are going to this spot, it must be a paranormal hot spot. It does add a little validity to it, but it sounds like theirs was a lot less crazy. They only saw like one weird thing. And that's more believable to me, right? Because you can't even verify what that little thing is that they saw because there's not a great camera angle, but it's more realistic. It's more true to the form of paranormal investigating, you know. And maybe there's another thing you have to look at. Maybe these teams work together behind the scenes of like, hey, yeah, this is what we saw, this is what we do, go there and like add to the story, you know. That's what a lot of paranormal is it's adding to the stories that have been built over the years and over the years and over the years. And it is very formulaic if you look at it, you know. A paranormal hotspot is only a paranormal hotspot because people make it a paranormal hotspot. So keep that in mind. I'm saying they're fake for that one.
On TikTok. TikTok user Josiah Worley isn't shy when it comes to his drinking habits. He often gets extremely intoxicated and uploads multiple videos to TikTok. Now, the subject of his videos has caught a lot of viewers' attention. Josiah believes that his house might be haunted and records the almost daily paranormal activity.
Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Do you see that? Oh, okay. Can you not do that, please? Yeah, I'm leaving.
Here are my hands. Did you see that? Did you f***ing see that? Here are my feet, not moving. Here are my hands and my feet. Mom? No. No. No way. As you can see, I put it back on his f***ing thing. I'm about to go lay back down, and I'm gonna hope to God that nothing f***ing does any weird because I feel like there's weird right there. But at the same time, it could be friendly. Oh God, now look at me. I'm starting to sound like a f***ing weirdo. You got weirdos and like that? I'm gonna take another shot. Hold on. Okay, move that. Do you see that? What? I don't know what to do. I'm also scared to show you guys my face because I look pretty ugly, but here you go. Yo, YOLO. What's good, bro? Bro. Are you good, bro? You good, bro? Do you see any strings? Did you guys see it move?
And just 2 days later, it happens again.
So for like a whole day, nothing has been going down, and then this happens. Okay, there's nothing. I even brought over somebody. I don't know why the she's fast asleep. I've been drinking a little bit. Maybe it's only when I get drunk. But regardless, dude, that's really up. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You should not. You should not be doing that. Please stop doing that. Okay? Okay? Stay there. Be chill. Stop for a minute. I'm gonna leave. Sorry, but I'm gonna leave. I'm really sorry for that. That light shut off. There's a switch right there. It got switched off. Turning off this light. It. So I ended up taking a trip to Walmart because can't really handle what's happening.
Josiah decides to take a trip to a department store to get a break from the constant strange activity. But when he returns, it only seems to get worse.
I've been cleaning up since I woke up, okay? And I've been hearing a lot of weird shit, but for some reason, whenever I pull my camera out, it stops. But that didn't stop, did it? What the was it? What was it? I was laying in bed, watching some god this turned off. Then I went to go grab a drink, and for some are you joking? Can you please stop? Do you see? This is starting to get more sketched out. Actually, to be honest with you, like I'm starting to get more scared. Like, as we go along.
The bizarre occurrences are even witnessed by his friends.
I really wish I recorded it. That thing fell over twice. 2 times, not once. Twice. And this motherfucker, I just picked it up. This motherfucker over here is acting like nothing ever happened.
If you don't imagine it didn't happen.
If it didn't happen, it didn't happen, huh?
Look the
Okay.
other way.
Well, we're about to leave.
But then the paranormal activity in his home just becomes a little too extreme for Josiah.
I don't know if I'm even recording. I don't know if I'm okay with being here. I'm gonna end up leaving. I'm not a bitch. At least I didn't think I was. But I'm starting to progressively become more scared. It's like, oh God, you just can't really handle that. That's not real life, is it? Oh, I need to take another shot.
Now, of course, this could just be a huge TikTok hoax. But in that last video, Josiah certainly seemed pretty upset. But what do you think? To follow his continuing story, head over to Josiah Worley's TikTok page. TikTok user Kelsey Flynn says that a friend took her.
Okay, I that was hard to watch. Not because it was scary, but just like, I'm not here to be a judger of people. So the paranormal's weird in his place for sure, if that's what we're calling it. If it's a big hoax, he's really putting some effort into it. If it's not a hoax, probably time to leave. I mean, I think that maybe he's not in a spot to be able to leave or whatever's going on, but he's obviously capturing something going on. Whether he's just hoaxing it or he really is building some evidence of paranormal, we'll have to see. I don't really have much to say if it's fake or real. I think we just have to watch the story get built, and I'm sure he'll either admit to it at some point or he'll leave and it'll stop.
Picture while she was trying on a bridesmaid's dress in a local shop. When she looks back at the picture, things get truly bizarre.
I went bridesmaid shopping yesterday and I had on this dress and my sister is gonna wear this one, so I took this picture and I just sent it to her this morning and she responds saying, "Oh my god, that picture is possessed." This is the full photo. Look at my face here. This is not a serious smile, but look at my face here. And now look at my reflection in the back. I'm sorry. What the fuck is that? I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. That's possessed. That is the truth or dare smile. Where are my teeth? That's not even the same That is not the same smile as that. I can't.
Now, there's a digital camera effect called rolling shutter that can make different parts of a picture appear altered if they happen within just a fraction of a second. Like, for example, spinning helicopter blades or a quick blink of the eyes.
Luke Mandel submitted this photo to Boing Boing. His camera scans left to right and in this instance managed to capture a blink, eyes closed when the scan began and then open in the reflection scanned a fraction of a second later.
But for Kelsey's entire face and expression to change from this to this, it seems like it would take longer than just the blink of an eye. But what do you think? Is this just a digital glitch, or did Kelsey Flynn catch something paranormal in her photo?
Digital glitch.
The doors strike back. Now, if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you might know Adventure Allah as the original door-kicking Saudi ghost hunter.
Yeah.
But in this video,
Video's
things
great.
go very differently for Allah, and his foot-to-door technique seems to backfire on him. So Adventure Allah is on another live stream ghost hunt, checking out an abandoned building that is said to be haunted by a jinn or evil spirit. Whoever or whatever is in the building with Allah, it seems to have malicious intent. When Allah starts his investigation, he prays, which seems to immediately trigger some strange activity.
ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله بسم الله حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل.
Something that Allah can't see seems to be moving through the building. A door shuts on its own. However, this doesn't deter Allah and he continues his hunt.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Whatever it is seems to be toying around with Allah by shutting nearby doors. But nevertheless, he continues on.
والله يا اخوان احس مني بحالي، والله اشوف كيف يتحرك الظل هذا. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. قسما بالله العظيم ان الظل ذا يتحرك الحاله. ربي صدري عورني. انا يا اخوان شكلي بنسحب. هذه أكثر من إنذار أعطوني.
A loud sound startles Adventure Allah and he almost falls through the weak railing to the concrete floor 2 stories below. Now, he decides it's time to leave, but it might be too late.
بسم الله بسم الله. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. بسم الله. اقسم بالله كهرباء. يا اخوان دقوا على احمد بسرعه يا اخوان. اقسم بالله ماني قادر افك الباب ورب الكعبه. فك الباب. بسم الله. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض يؤود حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم وهو العلي العظيم وهو العلي العظيم.
Allah eventually managed to escape the terrifying experience unharmed. But was it real? Or just a very elaborate hoax? You decide. Check out more of Allah's creepy.
So, oh, that was the last video. We'll put Nuke's top 5 up here somewhere. Well, we talk about everything. So, I love that guy's videos. I do. That's the second one we've seen from Adventure Allah. And listen, if he's faking them, he has a very good team or of people who are there. Because like there is something that I caught on to the last one and this one, right? Is like when he's transitioning into rooms, it's either with a specific amount of time in mind or he won't pan the whole room. So it's quite possible that there's a corner that someone's standing in that is, you know, hitting the lamps or hitting the chandeliers or flipping the lights, or someone was in that room like fucking with the lock on the door, and then like, you know, he kind of pans in the room, but he doesn't pan right to like, if like you were walking in the room, right? He didn't pan to the corner that's right closest to him. He panned this way. So there could easily have just been someone standing right there that just like was fucking with the lock. I really like his videos though. I really want to believe him, but it's just like I talked about before, the perfect storm. Like I think I said that I believed most of his last video because really you would have to have it like they would have to do multiple takes to make those videos as authentic as they seem, which I'm not putting it past anybody, right? You give me tons of views and money from YouTube, I will take as many takes as I need to make something authentic if I were to go down the path of faking paranormal videos. Is that what he's doing? I don't know. I really should maybe go do a deep dive on his channel, and maybe that will shed more light onto whether or not he is creating real or fake stuff. The two I've seen, you know, from the obvious stuff that I've already mentioned that he could be faking, they seem kind of authentic in like a crazy holy shit there's some wild shit going on type of way. But that perfect storm idea just comes back of like, how could all this be happening in this moment, you know? But let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate everyone who watches this series. I have tons and tons more to come, so keep on enjoying it. Keep on letting me know what you think. I love to have the discussions in the comments of the videos and what you think about them. And yeah, we'll go from there. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.